This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Puma destination trailer. The model number is 39PQB. Okay, it's got the extended season package on it. So let me just walk you through it. This is not a floor plan video. It's a how-to video. So I'm just going to show you how a lot of the features work. Okay. First of all, one thing you have to know in your kitchen here, that this griddle has to be plugged into the LP system, right? So you have this connector here, then you have this LP line here. So you use this quick connector on here, then the male end will come underneath and plug into the LP system right there. You can see the red rubber cap on the female end right there. So you have to plug that in before you can use it. Okay, you have running water, which is a great thing, a microwave, a refrigerator, so you're in good shape when it comes to cooking outside. If you look over here, you have a power awning with LED strip. You also have this is a black tank flush here. After you dump your black tanks, there's two black tanks in this trailer. The other flush is on the other side. They put this one here because it's for this toilet right here. So basically, after you've dumped your black tank for this toilet, you leave the valve open. It always says here on the stickers, never flush it with the valve closed because you don't want too much pressure to build up. So you put the hose to the dump station on there, turn it on, it'll spray out your tank, clean off the sensor so you get a good reading, that sort of thing. So there's also another black tank flush on the other side. I'll show you when we get over there. Also, this is your fresh water tank fill. I mean, mostly you're going to use, 9 times out of 10, you're going to use city water hookup. That's what people use. But occasionally, if they're camping someplace that doesn't have city water hookups, you can pre-fill your tank here and then use the onboard pump. I'll show you where the pump switch is when we get to it. All right, you have a vent here. That's for the range hood. So the range hood has a fan in it, and if you want to run the fan to vent to the outside, always make sure that that baffle in there is flapping freely like it is now. You can snap it shut for travel or storage, but when you're going to use it, you want to snap it open with your thumb or your index finger so the baffle will flap freely. Excuse me. You also have a TV mount and signal out and power, so you can put a TV out here. Okay. These holes here are for cranking the slide out manually. You'll see them around here. I just want to see if I can get you a picture of what it's on the other side of the hole here. My monitor isn't working real good, but there it is right there. You can see that shaft with a pin through it. Well, each slide out will have one of those, and they give you this crank right here. This is the long crank with the cylinder with a slot cut in it. That'll fit right over that shaft with a pin through it, and you can actually crank these manually if you need to in an emergency. So that's good to know. This one is for your stabilizer jacks right there, just a 3/4 inch. Okay. Not all trailers have that feature. It's a good one to have. You're never going to have to use it, but in that rare occasion you do, you're all set. Okay, here's another LP hookup here. If you wanted to add a, let's say a grill or something, you plug it in right there. Just make sure you get a low pressure appliance, right? You can't use a regular yard grill, for example. That takes too much pressure to operate this. So when you purchase anything, any gas appliances, make sure that it's low pressure. It's designed for a travel trailer like this, okay? This is just a hookup for a solar panel kit. If you wanted to get this Go Power kit that charges your battery, you can get it. That's where it would plug in. Okay, so you have 2 LP tanks, 30 pounds each. Automatic changeover regulator. The tanks are full. You have a deep cycle marine battery here. Okay, you have your water heater here. Now the water heater is let me do this here. The water heater is a large size. It's a 10-gallon water heater, right? It also runs on either electricity or gas. When it comes to electricity, there's a heating element, electric heating element that's behind this cover here, and this switch next to it operates it, right? So that's where you turn the heating element on and off. That's what people use most of the time. Excuse me. If you need more heat or more hot water, like you're showering, whatever, you can flip on the gas burner and you'll just have more. It's not on demand, but you'll still have a lot more hot water than you would with just the electric heating element. So that's that. The switch for the gas is inside. I'll show you that. This is where you drain it. It takes an 1 1/16" 6-point socket to do that. Never take that plug out under pressure or when it's hot. You could get hurt. So keep that in mind. And right now it's ready to use. It's full. The bypass valves on the back of it are in the correct position. So it's all set, ready to go. All right. This is your power cord here. It's a 50 amp cord, so it's a large one. And you get reducers with it also. With that reducer, the battery reduces it down to a 30, and then this one goes all the way to a 20. Okay. You have a dump hose there, where all your valves are around here. You can see the front valves, and then there's some way in the back. We'll look at those when we go by them. This would be the second black tank flush. It works the same as the other one. You have to have the valve open when you turn it on. This is your city water hookup. This is the most common way to get water to the trailer. You just hook it up, you're all set. This is just a little outside shower / sprayer. Alrighty. This is our shop cord here, but this is where your power cord hooks up to. You also have more valves. This would be for the the rear toilet and bathroom here. And then that one over there, I believe, is for the sink, the outside kitchen sink. So they're all back here. You can see the holes I talked about. This is just cable, signal through satellite and campground cable, that sort of thing. You're pre-wired for a backup camera. So this would take a Furrion camera kit if you ever wanted to add that on. It's a simple thing to do. Also, you have a ladder, which makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states you should inspect the roof regularly, like every 60 days or so. Just keep in mind you're protecting your investment. So part of your regular maintenance schedule should be, you should also look at the roof, make sure everything's in good shape. Make sure there's no damage to the roof by low branches or road debris, or make sure that all the sealant is good and tight, no crack interseparation where water could get through, that sort of thing. Just part of owning a trailer. Okay, so we have your control panel here. You have your power awning here. Right? Never leave it out unattended. You have 3 slide rooms here. That would be the 2 bunk rooms, slides, and the 1 bedroom slide. And then this slide room is the main one here. Okay, you have lights, of course. Your water pump I told you about is right here. That's for pumping water out of the freshwater tank if you don't have city water. It's also used for winterizing the trailer. Turn your water heater on right there on gas. Remember I showed you lower left hand corner, you can turn on the switch for the electric heating element. Well, that's where you light the gas at. And of course your levels, battery, fresh water, black tank. This black tank would be the front one. You have a second panel just for the bathroom in the back. That's what this one's for. Okay, so this does the gray and the black in the back bathroom. Both of them graduate up in 1/3 increments, so you have to keep an eye on it, obviously. Alrighty, and also while we're standing here, this is your thermostat. It's self-evident how it works. You always keep it on auto, and then you just pick the function you want. The switch is for your fan, your paddle fan on the ceiling. Okay, keys are hanging right here. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector right here. So if it goes off, take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the appliances off, shut the gas off the front, figure out what's going on. It's important, obviously. If it's not glowing green like it is, get it serviced. Okay. Now this is the latch for your oven. You latch it when you're in transit so the door doesn't fly open and get dented, okay? Whoops, let me see. Hopefully I got that in camera. Now, we'll start at the top. You have a microwave, works like any other microwave. Then you have the range hood we talked about with a fan. You can hear it revving up there. And a light. Okay. Remember, you want the baffle open when you're venting. To operate the range is very simple. You just go over there. You see it lit. You're all set. Each one will tell you, it'll have a picture which burner it is you're lighting. And then, of course, you do the same thing for the oven, which is a convection oven. It's a nice one. Okay. Refrigerator is a 12-volt DC refrigerator. So you don't have to worry about anything. It just turns on. Okay. Over here, I'm trying to see where he's got the remotes at here. I'll have to look. Maybe he's got them in here. I didn't prep this one, so. Oh, they're right up here. Never mind. That's your TV remote, obviously. This is your sound bar remote, and then this is your fireplace here. So. Fireplace works on 110 AC, so campground electricity. It's got a remote. You turn it on. You can see they're low, high, right? That's the fan speed, right? So it's really kicking out heat right now. You can adjust the, let's see here. You can adjust the crystals and the flame. Okay, and it also has a timer on it, so you can set it to turn on or turn off whenever you want. Okay, really good heater. If you don't need the furnace, you can run that and use campground power. This is your remote for this sound bar device here. So basically it has AM/FM radio. Okay, you have Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone to your tablet. You have a USB drive, so you can put all your albums, convert them to MP3s and put them on a stick and take them all with you, for example. I mentioned AM/FM radio. You have an HDMI in right here. If you wanted to go into the system with, let's say, a portable Blu-ray player or something, you could go right in there. 2 speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer. 2 is outside the trailer, so it does everything you need and then some. And then of course you have your TV, which is on a bracket that swings out. Make sure it's latched into place when you're traveling. Okay, what do we got here? This is a hide-a-bed, so you pull the cushions right off, grab it at the bottom, fold it out, drop the legs, and you got a 3-panel hide-a-bed. You dine that. You always want to strap the chairs. You're not strapping them tight really. You're just keeping them from bouncing around and damaging something, like breaking a window or denting your refrigerator or something. So there are ties for all the chairs. Okay. There's another device I'm looking for to complete the device part. It should be in here, but I don't see it. Let me look around a little bit. Oh, here it is. This is your power converter here. This converts AC to DC power, right? So here you got regular 110 AC circuit breakers, which is as long as you're plugged into shore power. 110 AC circuit breakers like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled, right? Then the power is converted from AC to DC over here, so you got 12-volt fuses and a couple breakers, and they're labeled. So that's the DC power. And this is a battery tender, so it's gonna sense how much energy your battery up front needs and always keep it charged for you. So it always, as long as you're plugged in, it's going to keep your battery charged. Okay, that's the power converter. Alrighty. I think that's it for this room. Let me look around real quick. I think I've got it all. Yes. Okay. All right. So your bunk room. 2 slide rooms, of course. This folds down into one. This bunk folds down. And when you're doing that, you can, this is a hide a bed also, just like the other one, so you can fold this out. And so you have 4 places to sleep. Plus, well, I don't know if you could fit somebody on the floor. With little kids, you could fit a couple more in if you had to. You could fit several more if you had to, but that's the bunk room. And in the bathroom, the toilet that goes with it, I touched on it when I talked about the black tank. The thing is to remember about the RV toilets, we're still cleaning here, so there's sawdust here and there. This has a flush pedal on it, yeah, and it sits right over a black tank, so you can't use it dry, right? Dry meaning no chemical or water in the black tank below. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water, you're going to dump this goes for both toilets separately, 2 black tanks, so you do it to each toilet. You put a dose of chemical right in the bowl. You'll step on the pedal and hold it down until at least a gallon of water goes into the black tank. You can use more, not less. You should really use at least a gallon. And then you're all set. You just can continue to do that till it gets full enough to dump, right? And if you're going to stay at the same campground, you would repeat the procedure. You put chemical and water in there and start the procedure over again, right? But the thing to remember is you can't use it dry, by meaning no chemical or water in there, because if you do that, it can get clogged up, plus the smell will be terrible. So you always want chemical and water in both toilets, in both black tanks below each toilet, okay? Vent here, and switches. You have a night light. This is a GFCI. There's another one in the front. All the plugs in this trailer are wired to a GFCI, so keep in mind if you're using a plug outside that pops, it's going to be one of the inside GFCIs that you reset, okay? Alrighty. TV hookups over here. Okay, pick up the pace here. I've only got so much time before this starts a new file. Okay, so the same rules for this toilet as the other one. A dose of chemical and at least a gallon of water. Shower works the same way. Always, as any other toilet, always strap this when you're traveling. Don't just rely on the magnet. You always want it strapped because they will shatter if they whack hard enough. This, like I said, this sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. You have the same setup with the fan up here. Okay. Up here in the bedroom, you have TV hookups again, right? You have it's plumbed and wired for a washer dryer. So you can put a stackable, which is what most people would use, washer on the bottom, a dryer on the top. You can also use the combos, which are kind of less popular, but you can use either one. It's already set up for it. It's got the plumbing, okay? Or just use it for closet. You can also open this up, and there's the storage we looked at from the outside. That's accessing it from the inside. Okay, that's pretty much it. You got a second air conditioner here. So although the other one works on the thermostat back there, this one you have your own controls on it. So you would set your thermostat here, plus your speed, low, high, whatever, you know. So, but that's a 13.5 it looks like. So that would you'd have to wear a snowsuit in here with that kicking full blast. So it's great. Okay. Maybe not a snowsuit, but you get the point. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers it. Let me look around here. Okay, that's good. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer at National RV, Detroit here. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof. That should be part of your regular maintenance. A couple times a summer or every 60-90 days, somewhere in there. So make sure you look at that. You're just protecting your investment. Odds are you're not going to have to do anything for a long time, but you're just making sure, right? And right now this is ready to be camped in, and the antifreeze has been purged from the system and it's ready to go. Always have somebody who when it comes time to have it winterized, if you don't know how to winterize it, you're not comfortable with it, find somebody that is or does and make sure it's winterized correctly, okay? Thank you.